Look at all the little George crosses someone's painted on the white line. Well, that's it. The coffee, cold coffee, is made and packed away, so we'll have to stop somewhere and join the ride and enjoy a slurp of that. I'm heading out. I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I know roughly which direction I'm heading. But first of all, I'm going to call in at the local hospital because my wife's in there again. You wouldn't believe that she's gone through in the last few weeks. Don't worry, I haven't got a flat. It's just a little bit low. That's the wrong adapter. It's just a bit low on pressure. Quite amazing how a few more PSI in the tyres make the bike roll a bit quicker. We're down at Coatwater on the outskirts of Swindon, next to a horrible busy road, is this wonderful old farmhouse, and this is now the Richard Jefferies Museum, but it was his birthplace. He was born here in the 19th century. He was a Victorian poet and author. I've read many of his works. He was a very, very great man in my opinion. Birthplace of Richard Jefferies. I'm outside, out the window. That's it, you're waving, I can see you waving. How are you feeling?
Not too bad, darling. I just had a wash.
1, 2, 3, it's the fourth window. There, give us another wave. I can see you. Yeah. Bit boring up there, man, isn't it?
Yep.
Bit boring for you.
It is.
Yeah, she's in there. She's got to be in there for, I don't know, until you got a bed in Bristol for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you going?
Hang on a sec, I'll just turn the camera off. Well, that's where she is. She's been in there a week almost, and they're waiting to transfer her to the Bristol, back to the Bristol Heart Institute. She's got a build-up of blood and fluids in her left lung. Oh, it's a complicated thing. She's on blood thinners. They've got to stop the blood thinners, so now she's at risk of a stroke from a aortic heart valve. It's a bloody worry, I can tell you. It's a huge worry, huge worry. And that poor girl has been through such a lot in the last few weeks. You wouldn't believe it. And I'll tell you what, she's been really brave with it as well. She hasn't hardly complained. She just took it on the head, on the heart, and had all the needles jabbed into her continually. It's been awful for her. 2 cardiac arrests, a minor stroke, blood clots, you name it, it's all bloody happened. So I'm going to head part way up Ashbury Hill, and up here on the left is a lovely bench where I can sit down and have some of my chilled coffee. How about that for a view? There's my view out to the Coombe. What could be nicer? I can tell you it's definitely a touch autumnal today. Quite a strong wind, cooler, cloudier, but at least it's not raining. Cheers. You see these woods just here? Well, many years ago when I was a schoolboy, me and the farmer's son, we stole some crow bangers and we lit them, set them off in that wood just there. And then a year or two later, I'm talking back in the 1970s when I was just a lad, a teenager, in these woods over here, another friend and I, we camped wild in there for about a week, nearly a week. We took our air rifles and we tried to live wild, and just down here there's allotments, and that's where we got our food. It was all a bit naughty. Yes, I was a naughty boy back in the day. But I'm a firm believer in giving people a chance to grow up, because as they mature they change. You know, from day to day your little rascal at home might be a naughty little rascal doing bad things, but 5 or 10 years down the line he will have matured and grown into a man, and he'll be doing more sensible things. So sometimes life just needs time to work its way, to work its magic. That wind's getting up. This is how all lanes should be, nice and quiet. Shrivenham, my home village. There he is, look. He's hard at work. Oi! I'm sort of putting something together for the viewers. Yeah, I do a bit of the last of the summer wine ride. This is the last day of summer, you know.
I thought summer finished a couple of days ago. The way the weather's changed.
Yeah, so I reckon you've got to be Clegg, because there's no doubt about it. I've got to be Compo. Just got to say thank you to Judy. She's in the bungalow behind, back there where Dave was working. stopped for a nice cup of coffee there. Yeah, thanks for that, it was lovely, Judy. And as we cycle along here, someone's got their flag out, look. Isn't this lovely? That's got to be worth a thumbs up. That's been a blustery old ride. Now I'm in the shelter of the woodlands, it's a lot more peaceful. I've now covered around about 2,500 miles on the Planet X Tempest. I'm on the original chain. I've been doing wet lube on the chain, and I just cleaned it a little while ago. But every 150 mile I clean that, and I put a go no go gauge on, and there's absolutely no wear on that chain at all after 2,500 miles. So I'm pretty happy with how that's holding up. Yeah, it's a great bike, I love that. People often ask me about a saddle. Very comfortable. You don't need to wear cycling shorts, just normal clothes. SNP TRK gel saddle. I'm not sure what size it is, but it works for me. Well, that's about a wrap for this video. If you've enjoyed it, then please leave us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, it's free. And then you'll see me in the next video. I've not got too far to run now, just a mile or so. I will put a link in the description box to the route I've just cycled. So there's a link to Commute and also to my Strava. So anyone local that fancies riding this route, you'll find it there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.